Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be looking at 5 things I hate most about the Samsung Galaxy S22. Now if you've missed my previous video looking at 5 things I liked about the Galaxy, I'll leave a link in the description below, or just click on the card above on the top right corner. Number 1 on my list is pretty much what most people hate about this phone, and it's the very poor battery. Now for some reason Samsung have decided to shrink the battery on this year's phone to 3700 milliamp hours, which is down from the 4000 in last year's edition. I get that it's a small phone, but having used it for nearly a month now, the battery is genuinely horrendous. I think the iPhone 13 has a smaller battery than the Galaxy, but you still manage to get a full day's worth of usage, whereas on my Galaxy, within 2 minutes of usage, after fully charging the phone, it will go down to around 97%. It's already on 97%, and if I show you, my screen off time is 59 minutes and my screen on time is 0. I mean, even on my iPhone, when it's fully charged and I take off and not use it, I'll have 100% for pretty much 2.5 hours probably if I don't use it, maybe just losing 1 or 2%, but I mean, it's only an hour and I've already lost 3%, which is ridiculous. And if I use it for a lot more, within 5 minutes of usage, it'll probably go down to like 95, 94, maybe even 90, which is weird. I'm not sure what the problem is, if I'm honest. I've done all the measures needed to get longer extended battery life. I've done the optimization as well. I've put on dark mode, etc. Always on display is tap instead of always on. But yeah, if I were to use it fully for a day, the battery is gone after 3 or 4 hours on screen on time. Number 2 on my list is the overheating on this phone, which can probably be linked to the battery. After a few minutes of usage, this phone, or even just watching a video, it heats up like crazy to a point where you have to put it down and it's just unusable, to be fair. I'm not sure if it's just my phone or if it's a known problem, but it's a big issue. Again, probably linked to the battery, but it's something Samsung need to address, and hopefully with the next generation of Galaxy devices. But yeah, really hot, and hopefully it gets fixed. Next up on my list is the lag on this phone. Now it might not show right now, but and I'm not sure if Galaxy users have experienced this before or not, but whenever I'm exiting an app or just closing multitasking, there's a lag. It's fine now, but most of the time it's there, and it feels like I'm using a phone from 10 years ago instead of 2022. It might not be a minor thing, but on a brand new device like this, it's just these sort of issues can pretty much put people off. I'm not sure if it can be fixed with a software update or not, but yeah, hopefully, if it's not been sorted by now, then it's probably not going to be done in the future. But this is on Twitter. You can see a slight lag there, but I mean, it's probably because the 60 frames isn't really working well on the Twitter app. But I'm telling you, whenever I am on multitasking or anything, it's there. The lag is there, even when you're playing games or just exiting normal apps. You'll find it. So yeah, that's something else that I hate doing. Now, number 4 on my list of things I hate about this phone is the well, it's more of a convenience factor for me, and it's not really a major issue. But having used an iPhone, I'm used to having the volume buttons on the left and on the right, the power button. Now on the Galaxy S22, they've decided to put both of them there. Again, this being my first Android phone, I'm pretty sure that it's been like this for all Galaxy devices, but it's quite annoying for me, and it's even more frustrating when you want to take a screenshot. So like, I'm trying to do it 2 hands, but it's just not working. So I mean, yeah, a bit of a silly decision to put it there, in my opinion. It can be tricky doing it with one hand, whereas on the iPhone I can literally just do it like that. Again, it's probably like this with all Galaxy devices, but it's just something that I need to get used to doing. Now this one is probably just related to me again, but I've had issues with Face ID and Fingerprint. Now I did mention these two were a positive in my earlier video, which I'll link in the comments below, about things I love about the Galaxy S22, but there have been some issues with this lately. So with my device, I put on a glass screen protector. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it does affect the fingerprint sensor, as you can see here. So it works 95% of the time, but there's 5% of the time, just like there, where it just doesn't want to work, and sometimes it will happen around 5 or 6 times, and Fingerprint still wouldn't recognize it. So yeah, I mean, right now when I'm doing this video, of course it's gonna work, but I'm telling you, off the camera, I do have a lot of issues with it, and sometimes it just won't work. And that also ties me into Face ID. Face ID barely ever works for me. I've rescanned my face plenty of times before, and for some reason it just doesn't want to work. See, face does not match. I keep getting that a lot, but for some reason it just doesn't want to seem to work for me. Sometimes it will work flawlessly, but sometimes it just doesn't. I've rescanned my face plenty of times before, but it just still doesn't want to recognize it. For the football fans here, as Gennaro Gattuso once said,
sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you've encountered any of these issues, or whether there's a fix. Leave a like, press that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.